In this video, we're going to be talking about 5 signs that you won't get your ex back. You might want to seriously start thinking about other alternatives out there. But before we go ahead and get into that, my name is Clay with ModernLove.life, where we help you get the great loving relationship that you're looking for without having to play mind games, without having to play hard to get, and without having to pretend to be someone or something that you are not. Because you, of course, deserve to be loved for the unique, amazing, and wonderful person that you are. And if you agree with me and you want to help a guy out with his YouTube channel, please hit that thumbs up button to send a message to the YouTube algorithm that this is a nice video that you would recommend and that they might actually recommend it to some more people. From my understanding, that's how it works. So hit the thumbs up button. Also, while you're down there, please also subscribe to the channel as well too, so that you can get notified when we publish and upload new videos. I also wanted to let you know, once again, I don't know if you saw the video yesterday, but we do have our new dating course called Authentic Dating. We have just released it. It's in kind of an early access discount state right now up until Monday morning, February 15th. It's kind of our Valentine's Day promotion right here. So if you do want to check that out, if you are interested in dating, go ahead and check that out down below. It has bonus sections on how to, move on from a breakup, how to date after a breakup. And it also has a special bonus section that hopefully I'll be able to remove at some point in the near future called How to Date During a Pandemic. Because, of course, we are in the early days of 2021, and we are, of course, dealing with the fallout of the COVID-19 pandemic, which is a fun, weird, and terrifying place to be. But anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this video, which is 5 signs that you will not get your ex back. So the first thing is you want to take a look at your life and your ex's life and the life that you had together and say, okay, like, objectively speaking, are they better off without me? Are they in a better place without me? Are we better apart than we were together? Do they seem to be moving their life in a positive direction? Do they genuinely seem to be happy? Now, there's a big difference between, being genuinely happy versus kind of being relieved that whatever was causing the two of you to break up in the first place is gone, right? So there's a difference between, okay, we used to argue all the time and now we're not arguing, this is great, versus like, wow, okay, like I was, going out of my way to do all this stuff for you, and now I actually have the time and space to focus on me, and I'm able to actually intentionally live into my dreams and my goals and stuff like that. There's a big difference between that, okay? So know that difference, and if your ex, does genuinely seem to be in a better place, then you're going to have a really tough time convincing them to come back, okay? It's not a 100% deal breaker, but, just know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle if that's the case. Number 2 is that the two of you have fundamentally conflicting values, and both of you know this, and both of you are aware that if the two of you were to try to, work things out, one of you would end up being unhappy in order for the other one to be happy, or, alternately, both of you end up being unhappy because you're trying to compromise in some way. If you just have fundamentally conflicting values, it's going to be really, 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 really hard to have a great relationship together. You're going to need more than love. You're going to need more than attraction. You're going to need more than just, hanging on for dear life or anything like that. You're going to have to actually have compatible values with one another that support one another, right? So, I've talked about this before, but me and my, big ex that I've talked about many times on this channel, we did have incompatible values. She wanted to live a safe, comfortable life in her nice little comfort zone, and I wanted to kind of, go out there and see what the world had to offer and try some new things, try some interesting things. And obviously, those are kind of at polar opposite ends of the spectrum, right? In order for me to go out and be adventurous, she would have to be, kicking and screaming, dragged out of her comfort zone. And in order for me to live in this nice, comfortable bubble, I would have to be suppressing my desire to go out and experience and enjoy, seeing what the world has to offer. Again, I'm not saying she's wrong. I'm not saying that I'm wrong. I'm not saying that I'm right or that she's right or anything like that. It's just 2 different ways of seeing the world, 2 different values, and they just didn't work out with one another. So start to think about that, especially if both of you have the self-awareness to actually be aware of this, right? There are a lot of people that are just kind of like fumbling through their life, and they're just like, okay, I'm attracted to you, let's try to make this work. But if you actually have the self-awareness to see what's going on, to take a step back and look at the dynamics that are unfolding, then you might be able to actually get this degree of clarity that says, okay, this maybe is not in my best interest. And, if your ex has the ability to see this, then, they might also say, okay, like, even if there was like some sort of attraction or something between us, this just isn't good for me. And that's something to think about. The third sign is, they're genuinely moving their life in a new direction that is based upon some sort of intention that they actually have, rather than just a reaction to you and your relationship. Now, it's really common for people to go through a breakup and do something like get into a rebound relationship or, something like that. But that's simply just a reaction from the previous relationship, right? Obviously, a rebound relationship is probably not the best thing for most people to be doing from an emotional standpoint. By the way, we have a whole series on rebound relationships. You can check it out right up there if you want to learn more about rebound relationships, strange behaviors that people have as the result of being in rebound relationships, stuff like that. But if your ex is not just kind of having this sort of knee-jerk emotional reaction or like, oh, okay, I'm going to break up with you. Oh, I don't want to be alone. Let me jump into a relationship with someone else. But they're actually saying, you know what? Like, this is a chance for me to start something new. And this is what I'm going to choose to do. I'm going to, intentionally move out to this place and follow this dream that I've always wanted to do of, opening a bakery or something. Then that is something else entirely different. It's not just a rubber band snapping in the opposite direction, but it's actually someone stepping towards some sort of intentional life. And if your ex is doing that, then it's going to be hard for them to be kind of pulled back into something that wasn't working out, especially if they're already in motion with moving towards some sort of intention that they're having. Sign number four, that your ex is probably not going to get back together with you, is that you are not demonstrating to them that they're walking back into a different relationship than they walked out of in the first place. Again, relationships have all sorts of reasons for breaking up. It could be anything. But if you're not demonstrating to them that, hey, something's fundamentally different, this isn't the same game that you walked out of. Somehow maybe you've changed something, maybe they've changed something, maybe the dynamic between the two of you is somehow different. If they're not seeing this, then they're not going to feel really excited about it. And really the only reason they would come back to you is out of like desperation or something. Well, gosh, I tried to go out there and meet someone else, but I couldn't find anyone else. So I'm just going to come back to the old watering hole here. That's not a very exciting place to start a relationship from or get back together from. So I would recommend that you not bank on that strategy, and that if you actually want to get back together with them, you have to demonstrate to them that something is different. Not just tell them, but demonstrate to them that something is going to be different. The fifth sign that your ex is not going to get back together with you, probably not going to get back together with you, is if you're overly hung up on external validation. Now, obviously, we all look for external validation, that our goals are coming together, or that, we're having some sort of progress in some capacity, right? It does help us. It helps us feel good. It helps us feel confident. However, if you're overly hung up on it, you're going to have a tough time. You really are, okay? I've worked with so many people over the years about getting back together with their ex, and I've seen the pattern over and over again. It's never just like a smooth, easy process. There's always these ups, there's always these downs, there's always these like weird zigzags in between. There's these moments when it just seems like, yes, everything's coming together, and then the next week it's like, oh my goodness, everything's falling apart. They're moving in together. How could that happen? What am I wasting my time here? And if you're getting too hung up on that, then there are very good chances that you're going to give up prematurely. Again, there's a very dramatic swing that happens through most situations, and if you give up during those low points, if you're willing to walk away during those low points because you let some sort of external thing kind of sway you from what it is you really want, then you are probably going to risk not getting back together with your ex. Of course, having progress is important. We do want to see progress happening. We do want to see, okay, the two of you weren't talking, now you're talking. The two of you were talking about surface level things, now you're talking about emotional level things. The two of you were talking about emotional level things, now you're meeting up in person and having great interactions. The two of you are meeting up in person, once a month, now you're meeting up, once a week. And you want to see some sort of progress in that respect, because you don't want to end up just sort of stuck in limbo, so sort of like halfway in a relationship, halfway out of a relationship. But just know that emotionally speaking, there's probably going to be a lot of ups and downs along the way. And if you're not prepared for that, if you're not prepared to deal with it, yeah, you might really end up giving up prematurely. So you have to be able to know what you want. You have to be able to go for it. And you have to be able to follow through with it. So once again, those are 5 signs that your ex and you are probably not going to get back together. If you, do like this video, if you want to help us out with this channel, please hit that thumbs up button to, once again, help us with the YouTube algorithm. And if you are interested in that dating course, we are doing a special, launch pre-sale discount sort of thing. So feel free to sign up for that down below. Again, that goes up through Monday morning, February 15th. So anyway, this is Clay. Once again, thank you so much. If you want to learn more about rebound relationships, we have this video playlist over here, or you might want to check out this video right here. But thank you so much. Please take care, and I'll talk to you next time.